Game developers just love hiding things in their titles, from secret areas to all-powerful weapons to completely different endings. In some games there's not a nook or cranny that isn't stuffed with their digital load. And yeah, I know what you're thinking, that was a great setup for a your mum joke, but I've been ordered by the doctor to cut down on low-hanging fruit. Another thing that devs love to hide are cameos from other titles, either to poke fun at them or as a little nod to the player. And much like Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct, who doesn't love a good crossover? With this in mind, I'm Jules for WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 of the strangest cameos in video game history. Number 10. Fight Night Round 3. One of the weirder entries on this list can be found in Fight Night Round 3, a game about hard men strapping cow stomachs to their fist and trying to knock each other's blocks off. Therefore, it's a little bit surprising to find patron of patties and father of fat the Burger King hiding in the roster as a trainer for your boxer. I mean, I get that Doc from Punch-Out showed that you could have a motivator who enjoyed a snack every once in a while, but witnessing this robust-headed royal figure leading your fighter to the ring is at once surreal and also quite disturbing. You also have to wonder whether the likely dietary regime of burgers for every meal is really such a good idea for a guy who's going to get hit in the stomach a lot. Number 9. Trick and Snowboarding. Claire Redfield, Leon Kennedy, Zombie Cop. These 3 images conjure up some of the most frightening times of my childhood. The tension I felt when I saw these characters, coupled with the fear of what failure might mean, was insurmountable. Oh, for the record, I'm not actually talking about Resident Evil 2, but actually the game Trick and Snowboarding, in which these 3 were unlockable characters. Because I mean, when I think of arcade snowboarding games, I think disheveled zombie policemen. Although, to be fair, they did a good job of making the zombie's stats piss weak to highlight the fact that he was probably battling rigor mortis and now frostbite. Number 8. GTA Vice City Stories. Ah, the 80s, a cocaine neon-fueled fashion nightmare with the beepiest of boopy tunes to ever grace our human ears. GTA Vice City did an excellent job in capturing all of the insane excess that this time period had to offer, from the seedy porn industry to the brick-like mobile phones. But if there's one moment that screams above all others that this game is like so the 80s man, it's the fact that there's an honest-to-God cameo from the one and only Phil motherfucking Collins in GTA Vice City Stories. In the game, Vic Vance can choose to help out the old electronic drum bruiser as he prepares for a gig in the city stadium, defending the star from gunmen sent by a mob family who Phil's agent owes a lot of money. Upon completing this string of missions, the player can choose to spend $6 grand to see a full, uninterrupted rendition of In the Air Tonight performed by Pixel Phil, and let me just say, it's worth every penny. Number 7. Space Channel 5. Continuing our trend of real-life celebs in games, the devs of Space Channel 5 must have thought somebody was having a laugh when they received a message from a very well-known pop star asking whether he could be in the game. That person was none other than Michael Space Ghost Jackson. I mean, it's not the weirdest thing this bloke ever did, but it was pretty odd to say the least. As a result, in Report 4 of the first game in the series, protagonist Ooh La La can save Wacko Jacko from aliens through the power of dance. And I know that's a weird sentence, but Space Channel 5 was a weird game. Number 6. Blood. Duke Nukem is a bit of an arsehole. He's had some great games, but his overall presentation and attitude reeks of prepubescent power fantasies, and he's got a nasty habit of flinging shit, both in a literal sense and a figurative one, at other game titles. He's poked fun at games like Halo, Tomb Raider, and even Doom, games which have had a much better run than this flat-top twat. So it's nice to see that in the 1997 game Blood, you can find the man cannon that is Duke hanging upside down, bloodied and bruised if you venture through a hidden passage. The protagonist Caleb mocks the corpse in suitable fashion, and if you jab it enough time, prompts him to say, "Swing it, baby." I can't do the voice, but yeah, he says, "Swing it, baby. How'd you like them apples, Duke?" Number 5. True Crime Streets of LA. Did you know that Snoop Dogg is in a video game? Well, no, not that one. Nor that one.
Squad member active, a brother from another mother.
No, not that one either. Okay, so he's actually been in a lot of games, but this one was actually his first appearance. True Crime Streets of LA is a game in which you play as a street cop taking the law into his own hands, and then you end up fighting dragons. It's a bit of a tone change, alright? But you can unlock DOGG by locating 30 dog bones hidden around the map. This gives you the sub-mode Dog Patrol, in which you play the least physically intimidating rapper in existence and have 1 hour to bust as many perps and stop as many crimes as possible. It's a bizarre turn of events, but one that never fails to raise a smile. Number 4. NBA Jam Court. Have you guys ever looked at the Mortal Kombat universe and just thought, I wonder how these guys blow off steam? Also, where's my spine? I mean, yeah, it's an odd thing to think about, but if you look at it, nearly all other fighting games have their stars relieve the pressures of kicking ass and just take some time to chill. Tekken had its bowling, Dead or Alive had its volley boobs, ball, so what does Mortal Kombat have? And before you say motor kart, I don't really think that killing other people with cars counts as downtime. The answer, apparently, is basketball, as in Midway's NBA Jam Court, you can unlock the likes of Reptile, Raiden, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero to bust a mean move on the court and trade breaking backs for breaking backboards. Number 3. The Witcher 2. One of the most fun things about Assassin's Creed, despite pushing peasants, was the ability to flit around the roofs and tall buildings with the ease and swiftness of a medieval Batman. And when you've had enough of admiring the view, you could just Jesus jump down to the streets below using a hay cart to break your fall. Ever the realist, though, CD Projekt Red and their mind-blowingly deep Witcher 2 game came to poke fun at this gloriously ludicrous dismount. And early on in the game, you can find a dead assassin who seems to have messed up his hay bale. Guess they'll never learn, quips Geralt, admiring the pristine white corpse. Oh well, at least you get a bonus to backstabbing for finding it. Number 2. Super Mario RPG. Sometimes cameos are slight, but still just as rewarding. The Nintendo gaming family has a long line of little appearances in each other's titles. You can find Mario portraits in Ocarina of Time and Star Fox toys in Animal Crossing, but my personal favourite can be found in Super Mario RPG. If you head to the Royal Castle after obtaining the 5th star piece, you can find the best bounty hunter with boobs, Samus Aran, asleep in full armour. If you chat to her, she'll respond with, I'm resting up for Mother Brain, and if you remember what Mother Brain looks like, you'll understand why she needs to clock into the Z Factory. And number 1, Captain Rainbow. Captain Rainbow is a really odd game. Your character is a nerdy guy who's also a superhero in his spare time. Unfortunately, your superhero TV show is not as popular as it once was, so you travel to an island to use a wishing star to return to fame. And on this weird island are a ton of forgotten Nintendo B-listers, amongst which we find the pink egg thrower schmerself, Birdo. As per the norm for Birdo's character, we find her, him, and a spot of bother concerning gender classifications. Oh boy, I can feel that tumbler heat warming my cis balls as we speak. So basically, Birdo's in trouble with the police for going into a girl's bathroom when they believe that he be she be a boybo. So, how are you gonna prove Birdo's innocence? Why, by finding a vibrator, of course. I shit you not, that is how you solve this problem. Once you find the vibrating object in Birdo's room and give it to the robot policeman, he lets her go and all is back to normal. Well, as normal as this game ever gets. And that's our list. I'm sure that there are a ton of other cameos which have passed under my radar, so let me know about them in the comments section below. And if you want to come chat to me personally, you can do so here or on my Twitter here, RetroJ with a 0. If you enjoyed the video, then like, share, and subscribe for more. I've been JulesWhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.